my brother, called to tell me that my dad had been admitted to the hospital and we didn't know why. And after some tests, they discovered that he had kidney failure. He had developed a rare autoimmune disorder, and within a matter of months, his kidneys had stopped working. And we knew very little about kidney disease at the time. And, so my dad's journey from there was, once they got him stable, started him on dialysis. And, that was his new normal. That's what kept him alive.
So my story is maybe a little bit different than Kelli's in that kidney disease in itself has really been part of my entire life. So ADPKD actually runs in my family. And when I was 10 years old, my mother, who has ADPKD, she went into kidney failure and needed dialysis. So she was on dialysis for a few years. And then she actually received a kidney from a deceased donor back in 1999. So her transplant lasted an amazing 18 years, which surpasses, a lot of the standards or the expectations. But unfortunately, that transplant did kind of run its course, and she needed to go back on dialysis at the end of 2017.
So fast forward 4 years, when Otsuka became involved in the nephrology space, I went in to meet with the National Kidney Foundation of Colorado for the first time. And that's really where the ball started rolling, where I got to start to engage with this organization, meet living donors, meet transplant recipients. Transplant all of a sudden went from this obscure, scary thing to, wow, this really happens. This is something I could really do.
When I was starting to interview and become part of the Otsuka family, it was that spark that, I did a lot of self-reflection, and I wanted to know, what's my PKD status? Did I inherit it or not? Fast forward, or long story short, I did not inherit it, and started the process of becoming a living donor.
I will tell you the exact moment that I decided that I was going to become a living donor. And it all goes back to these wonderful people I met on this journey, where I was involved with National Kidney Foundation. I was volunteering at events. I was participating in the walks, at the PKDF walks. And I kept running into this one man. And he was the first person I met that was a recipient. And, he was healthy and out doing the PKD walk and volunteering at NKF events. So, it was like his life had been changed through transplantation. And when we dug a little deeper and I learned about his donor, he was a 5th grade teacher. And he said that it was a mom of one of his students. And I still kind of get emotional when I tell this story. It was the mom of one of his students that gave, her kidney to him. And it was like a light bulb went off, and it said, here's a woman who gave her kidney to her daughter's teacher. I have to give my kidney to my dad.
It was actually a NKF symposium here in my region that I attended, that I attend every spring. And I attended one of the sessions, and they had a living donor pair up, and as a panel, the donor and then the recipient. And really just hitting, or hearing those stories really, hit my heartstrings that I need to take action. My mom is doing wonderful. For those in the nephrology space that follow numbers, so her creatinine levels are like 0.7, which is amazing, right? And so all the doctors joke, I gave her my good kidney, that kind of thing. I think she's really just blowing everyone away.
It wasn't long after transplant that he had a spring in his step, that is, pink in his cheeks, just a whole new attitude because he finally felt good again. And so that is the biggest joy that we as a family continue to see and celebrate every day.
Probably the only negative thought on this whole process is that I kick myself for not turning in that paperwork sooner, right? And all the procrastination, which, I mean, everyone's journey is going to be different, but if you are curious, it's a simple first step is filling out the health questionnaire to see if you're even healthy enough to be a donor.
Reach out to your local National Kidney Foundation. They can connect you with donors and recipients.
Dialysis is tough. It wears down anyone's body. Transplant in general really does give people their life back. They're able to, just live a life, right? And enjoy, time with friends, family.
It gives people their life back. And I understand more than ever through the work of Otsuka how important it is and what a burden of illness chronic kidney disease is.